Hello everybody, it's Max McAllister here from Traction Dynamics, and now I actually have a camera operator for the moment. I'm lucky. This is part 2 of my ultimate cool cubby for Honda Goldwings, and in the interim I went to apply some reflective insulating heat shield to the cubby hole of this Goldwing, 2021 Goldwing, or Mega Build we're doing here. And then I thought, why am I doing this once, in a custom fashion? So I took an hour and I've made a template, and I'll actually have a product for sale now to let you insulate and cool your cubby. Now, then the reason I went to this, trouble is to help out. Hey, I'm an inventor and I sell little products, but the 2 products I'm using require you to buy a ton of material. So I'm using a heat and sound deadening insulation from a company called Noiko, and I'll put a link to Amazon if you're crazy enough. But you buy this box and it has probably, I don't know, 10 sheets or more of stuff in it. It's a ton of material, and that's 35 bucks. And then another heat shield. This is a pure heat shield that I'm using. It's floor and tunnel heat shield, and also a sound barrier from DEI, Design Engineering Inc. Now this was much more expensive. This is actually like a heat insulating and metal blanket. This was like 75 bucks for this, and I'm only using this much of that. So what I'm going to do is sell a kit here, which we'll be making by hand. I don't have a die cutter or whatever, but instead of you buying $115 worth of material to make one heat shield and then having to take hours and hours trying to figure it out, I'm just going to have this. Now, don't order this, and I'm going to have this for sale, and we'll probably I think the price will be 43 bucks so that I can get it landed at your door for 50 bucks with small UPS, US Postal small flat rate box. This will all fit in there once we fold it. This isn't something I would encourage you to do unless you really do want to leave your phone in and you're just mad that your box is overheating your phone. The time to do this, you buy this and keep it around. The time to do it is, around the mileage whenever you decide you're going to change your air filter. In order to change your air filter, you have to take this thing off. At that time, you are 4 little tiny screws away from installing this insulating mat kit, or your mechanic can do it. This would be a no-brainer at that point to do this. So if you're about to do an air filter change, this is a product you'll want. It isn't even on my site because I just invented it. It's Saturday, and on Monday we'll get it pictures and have it up on the site. So it's pretty straightforward. Once you've got the cubby removed from its tower, it's just 4 screws that hold it on, as I stated. I'll have this, and by the way, I've never done this. This is the first one. I made a template, a prototype, and then a template, and then this is the very first one cut by hand I've ever made. So if it works, you'll get to see it work. I actually love doing my first installation of a product live on YouTube or without any practice, because I think it shows people how long it might take and whether it's easy or hard or what pitfalls there might be. So this tar paper is really sticky. Now this stuff is, you're not making a show, nobody's gonna see this. It's not a show car or a show motorcycle here. So, if it rumples or wrinkles, and it's like tin foil also, so it can make, if it makes a little tear or something, don't worry about it. It really doesn't matter because you're really just sticking this stuff and getting the insulation here. I'm going to try and improve upon my little hole, which I've just cut with scissors here. So we're going to start with just placing it, orienting it over the holes, and then there's a flat wall and a curved wall where the lock is. I think it's easiest to do the flat wall first, and if everything in the universe lines up, which it seems to so far. I've got the cutouts for entry for 3.5 mil aux cable and for your USB cord. So just push this all down. That's pretty good. You're going to do the side ears last. So this has a natural split to it. Because it's a cave here, and I'll show you what happens there in the end when we get to the end. Look at this. All right, I might have to trim that. Let's see how this side does. Yeah, so this just might be that I have it slightly misaligned, you know, when I placed it. Not a big deal. So ordinary household scissors, you know, trim this. So, you know, if I had moved this, you know, a centimeter one way or the other, it would have lined up. So if you misalign it, doesn't matter. Look, so I'm just going to take these scissors and trim a little off this tab, just like that, to make a level line. Wrap that, and bazinga. One insulated cubby. Oh, hang on. One more detail. I'm going to include this patch with it to cover where we have to split it for the non-flat area. So just lay that in there nice. Don't get too close to your locking latching assembly. There you go. As Ace Ventura once said, like a glove. So, love it. That went perfect live on the YouTube. So now we're going to take this, we're going to put it back in the frame here. You may have to monkey with the foil a little bit to get her down in there tight. Obviously, I'm working on top of a towel here. If you want to be super double, triple safe, put some gaffer's tape or painter's tape on top of your glove box before you are doing any of this, just to super prevent any chance of scratches. I don't care about this guy's lid because it's already scratched. Womp womp. Not by me, but anyway, so I have a replacement lid, and we're gonna do an install on another video with that, so you can see what that looks like. Well, this is funny, isn't it? Ha ha, funny. Not so funny. Why would... This is hysterical. The screws Honda holds this in with are bigger than the holes that are supposed to go with it. It's hysterical. The head of the screws barely catches the plastic. I guess they saved a washer at Honda. All right, so I'm not cranking away, wailing on this. But this hole in the plastic on this one is bigger than the screw, the head of the screw. It's crazy. I don't know if I like that. That's all right. It is close, and it is grabbing. But okay, so your glove box isn't going to fly out of the bike anyway. We know that. So, all right. Next part is this blanket, and this has a self-backed adhesive too. This goes between the frame and the air box, and you'll simply stick that in place as a heat shield. Now, I'm not going to do this totally live here at this second, because on this bike I'm going to go find a little washer and put under the head of those that screw and probably all of them, so that it grabs a little better. Not that you're ever going to rip your glove box out. So anyway, that would be your finished installation, and you can you know, with holes for your 3.5 aux cord if you're going to use that. And the other trick, if you are one of the people who's pulling your USB cord out, the grommet that goes, it's on the factory cord from Honda for the USB cord that's come into the glove box. It's wrapped with electrical tape, and it's actually pre-made at the factory. So if you want to reuse it and take your cord out and go elsewhere with it, you'll remove the electrical tape, and then using a pair of wire cutters, get as close as you can and cut this rubber. And then I took a little tiny pair of electrical cutters, and I started on this hose, and then I just pulled it up and split it the rest of the way so I could get it off of the factory Honda wire, and then I'll still be able to use it for all the inbound cables that are going to be on this bike and waterproof the holes. So I'll be passing a lot of wires through this hole for the laser jammer brain, but so I'll make that hole bigger so it's customized for this fit. But you know, something like that is what we're after. All right, later on I'm gonna put a new lid on this. We'll do a little video on that, so if you ever need to replace your lid, I'll have a video about that, and so check back on that. All right, so this is the ultimate cool cubby now, with an electrical connection fan inside of it, insulating reflective wrap, and a heat shield barrier on the bottom of the frame. Should be significant reduction in temperature inside of the box to make sure your phones and electrical devices don't cook inside of there. All right, so my name's Max. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it out into the Goldwing world with your friends. And please subscribe to my channel. And if you get value out of this kind of stuff, there's a join button. You become a member of my channel for a couple bucks a month and help support the channel. And then also you will get discounts off of all the products and things that we sell at Traction Dynamics. So Traction Dynamics branded products, depending on the level of membership you join, you'll get higher and higher discounts on everything you buy forever. So, all right, thanks again for watching.